Hi guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. If you don't know, my name is Grace and I make videos about books. Slay! I hope everyone's spring has been going pretty good so far. I just ended my semester at college and that was brutal. When I tell you April was such a hard month school-wise, that was crazy. That was the most insane semester I've experienced. Anyways, today we are going over all the books I read in April and all the books I want to read in the month of May. I also gave myself a goal in April to not buy any books to see if I could go a whole month without buying books. And I bought one book, so I did not pass the challenge that I set for myself. So May is going to be my month where I'm not allowed to buy any books. Like, full book buying ban. Like, I really need to just stick with what I have. But this was my fun little journal spread for April. It's April Showers. The first book that I read in the month of April is One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. So One for My Enemy is set in modern day Manhattan. We have these two witch families. We have the Antonovas and the Fedorovs. And it's basically explores the beef between their families, okay? The Antonovas, there's 7 sisters and they all have their own different powers. And then you have the Fedorovs. The Fedorovs, I'm definitely saying this wrong, are these 3 brothers, and just how the siblings all get intertwined, the brothers and the sisters, and then the feud between the parents and how that has influenced everything and how they navigate the world. So after 12 years of their tense coexistence, a line is crossed. So it gives very witchy mafia New York. When I tell you, I was constantly underlining so many things in this book, and I gave it 5 stars. The next book I read was Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. This is a romance that was going on around Book Talk back in February when it came out. This was Ali Hazelwood's, I think, spiciest book yet or whatever. I have to say, when I saw everyone on TikTok kind of losing their minds a bit over this book, of either you love it or you hate it, because of the smut, I was sign me up, let me go look, I'm so nosy about this. And then I read it, and then I was a little confused, honestly. I was oh, this is the spice we're flabbergasted about? Girly, this is nothing new. I've read far spicier, books, so I was really confused, why Deep End was so polarizing. I also could not tell you, I couldn't tell you a single thing about the romance. I don't really remember it. All that being said, I gave this book 2 stars. The next book in April I read was Happy Place by Emily Henry. I was really looking forward to this book. I've seen so many girlies really enjoy it, and I was I am so excited to read it. I did really enjoy it. I really liked the romance between our 2 characters. So Happy Place is about Harriet and Wynne. They're a couple that was engaged and they broke up, and they're going on their annual summer trip, and they have to pretend that they're still together in front of all their friends that are also there. And I really like the exploration of the friend group and how you change so much as you get older and things don't stay the same forever. And I think that was something that was really driven home in this book, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I gave Happy Place 4 stars. This is a really nice book, and I'm definitely going to reread it at some point. I feel once it's one of those books where if I do a reread a few years from now, I'll like it even more, you know? Okay, those were all the books that I read in April, so let's go ahead and go to my May TBR. First of all, I want to show you my May spread in my journal. You see how fun and cute this is? The flower bouquet with the tulips. Oh, it's everything. The first book I want to read in May is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. My library has it, and I'm currently on the wait list to get it onto my Kindle. I read Powerless last year, and Fearless came out this year, and I really want to finished the trilogy. I've seen like some interesting things on this book where you either like it or you don't really like it. And I want to read it and I want to see what all the hype is about. Another book I want to read in May is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I've been wanting to read this book so desperately. I've been fiending about reading this book since I read The Dead Romantics in February. This book is a part of a book club that me and my friend have together, and this is our May pick, and I'm so excited to read this book. I just know it explores a relationship and time and grief, and I'm ready to eat this up. I'm so excited to just read it. Another book I really want to read in May is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I feel like the summertime is a perfect time for literary fiction, especially out with like the sun shining and everything. So I want to pick this up again. I started reading it like last year. I only read a few chapters, didn't finish it, but now I feel like it's the perfect time to pick it up. It's about these two girls and the friendship they have, and it follows like their life and what they experience, and I've heard there's a lot of like good girlhood themes in here, and I do really enjoy Kristen Hanna's writing. I've only ever read like one other book by hers, but I do really want to read more of her books. Another book that's on my TBR is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. This was supposed to be me and my friend's April book club pick, and I never got around to it, so it's gone on over to May. I'm gonna read it in May, I have to, or else I don't think I will pick it up, to be completely honest. It's a dark romance, it's a dark rom-com between these two serial killers, and that sounds like a fun little time. I just want to know what all the hype was about. This book series was pretty popular when it came out, and I just have to know what is in these pages, you know? Another book I want to read is The Happy Ever After Playlist by Abby Jimenez. I love Abby's writing so much. I've just heard so many good things about this book especially that I feel like it's going to be really good. It's another book that is also dealing with grief, and I've dealt with a lot of grief this year, so I've been looking for that in books that I pick up, so I'm looking forward to reading this book. The last book on my May TBR is Broken Blade by Melissa Blair. I don't know much about this book, to be honest. I bought the whole series, the 4 books in the series, and I haven't even read the first one. And I miss fantasy. I told myself summer was going to be the time for all my fantasy books that I want to read, so I can really like take the time to focus on the worlds the authors are creating. Our main character, Kira, in the book is the King's Blade. So she's a spy and an assassin. So a mysterious figure moves against the crown. She goes after him. She has to save herself and the entire kingdom. And I'm like, you know, slay. Girl boss. Love to see it. On one of the first pages, it says, "My body is made of scars. Some were done to me, but most I did to myself." And I was like, that is enough to hook me in. Sign me up. I'm sat. I want to read this book. Last book for my May TBR. Okay, so this is our lineup for May. I have a pretty good feeling about May and reading all of these, but I feel like we have a solid lineup, you know? Okay guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good rest of your week. Today's Friday, so I hope you have like the best weekend ever and you slay and girl boss and live your best life. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye.